Hey, welcome back to the Secret Underground Lair. So the router is coming out of the CNC. So I have these brackets that hold the router in place. And instead I'm putting in this much smaller spindle. You can see the difference here. So nice thing about this spindle is it's significantly quieter, but of course it doesn't have near the power that the router does. And I can put a 1/4 inch bit into this spindle, or I can go right down. I have a whole bunch of collets that'll take me down to 1/8 of an inch, and I have a bit for that little spindle that is about a 1/16 of an inch, or maybe just a millimeter, a very small bit, which will be used to cut the frets. So to get this mounted in here, what I've done is I have printed a little adapter bracket that'll sit in there like that, which will be mated to this, which fits around the spindle. So I'm just going to get those put in place and then do a few little test passes with the G-code, get a bit installed in that, and let's see what happens. Experiment. I'm going to take a piece of Wenge and apply bleach to it, and that'll lighten the wood substantially, leaving the black marks, of course. The intent here is use this for the inlays on the fretboard. Not sure if it's going to work, but it's going to be an experiment and we'll see what it looks like. Just using a little spray bottle from my dollar store. Got some bleach in there. I'll spray it on. Okay, I have my new spindle mounted and wired up. A new bit of electronics to control the speed of it. So I'm going to move these over to near the computer, get them out of the way. And experimenting with the inlay, I've bleached some Wenge. So this is what you're looking at here is one of the offcuts out of a blank that I had cut for here. So when this is finished with a little bit of oil, it'll be much darker. The brown gets dark and the black remains black, or the dark brown remains dark. Here you can see the brown lightens up with the bleach, but the dark remains dark. So I am thinking that I might make the inlays out of Wenge. That way there's no difference as the material heats. And as the fretboard heats and cools, it's all the same material. It won't be any cracking or separation of the inlay from the fretboard. So yeah, that took a little while using a no-name bleach, not the Clorox, but it had the desired effect. So I'm kind of pleased with that. So that's going to be the inlay. Now, bad news is the bit that I thought I had for this, it's been a long time since I have used this spindle, and I have misplaced the bit that I was planning to use. So I have to pick up one of those. And it has been kind of a week of distraction. Let me show you what distracted me this week. So I've been a little distracted with this. I managed to pick up the other day 16 skids. These are 10 feet long, 4 feet wide, made out of 2x4s and 2x6s. So some nice dimensional lumber. The long-term intention of this is to use these 2x4s to replace woodstock, just a little tent structure. I want to make a little better shed, so that would be some superb studding for that. My other distraction is this. We're calling this Petit Chateau Bleu. We're going to change the color of the bottom probably to a robin's egg blue. Little bowler trailer, probably 1972, 73 in that vintage. A lot of work to be done on this. Now I have another channel set up for this. I'll put a link to it. Not sure if it appears there or there, but I'll put a link to that. Petit Chateau Bleu, where I'm going through the whole deconstruction and reconstruction of this trailer. Now, part of what I'm going to be doing on this channel is making some cabinetry for this little trailer, because the cabinets that were in here are long gone, and building a new floor for it. There's a whole bunch of work to be done there, but so lots of work to be done on this little trailer on my other channel, Petit Chateau Bleu, and tearing down all of this. In fact, what I'm going to use some of this wood for initially is I'm going to build a little crane of sorts, or a sling, to hold this so I can get the frame out. First bit is taking all this apart. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.